Hello, everyone. Welcome to Learning English with me. In this video, we're going to practice listening and reading to improve our English skills through a story. Alright, let's get started. Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom, there lived a kind and gentle young girl named Cinderella. She was known for her boundless kindness, even though she lived a life filled with hardship. Cinderella's mother had passed away when she was just a child, leaving her in the care of her loving father. But when her father remarried, she gained a new family, a stepmother and two stepsisters, Anastasia and Drizella. While her father was loving, her stepfamily was far from it. They were unkind and made Cinderella's life difficult. Cinderella was assigned to do all the chores around the house, from sweeping the floors to washing the dishes. Despite her difficult circumstances, she remained hopeful and continued to be kind to every living creature, from the mice in the barn to the birds in the garden. One day, an invitation arrived at their home. The king was hosting a grand ball at the royal palace, and everyone in the kingdom was invited. Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters were thrilled at the prospect of attending, but they had no intention of taking Cinderella along. They believed she was nothing more than a servant and didn't deserve to go. As the day of the ball approached, Cinderella watched as her stepmother and stepsisters prepared their elegant gowns and practiced their dance moves. She longed to go to the ball, too, but she had nothing to wear. With a heavy heart, she sat by the fireplace, tears streaming down her face. It was then that Cinderella's world was touched by magic. Her tears fell onto the floor, and suddenly, with a burst of sparkles and twinkles, her fairy godmother appeared. With a wave of her wand, she transformed Cinderella's rags into a beautiful gown, and her old shoes into glass slippers. She even turned a pumpkin into a magnificent carriage, and the mice into horses. "Remember, my dear," her fairy godmother said, "you must leave the palace before the stroke of midnight, for when the clock strikes, the magic will fade away." Cinderella was overjoyed and set off for the royal palace. When she arrived, she took the breath away of everyone who saw her. The prince himself couldn't take his eyes off her. They danced the night away, lost in each other's company. But as the clock neared midnight, Cinderella remembered her fairy godmother's warning. She hurriedly left the palace, leaving behind a glass slipper in her haste. The next day, the prince was determined to find the owner of the glass slipper. He visited every house in the kingdom, asking young ladies to try on the slipper. When he arrived at Cinderella's home, her stepsisters tried to fit into the slipper, but it was too small for them. Then, Cinderella tried on the glass slipper, and it fit her perfectly. The prince knew he had found his true love, and he asked her to marry him. Cinderella, filled with happiness, said yes. They were married, and Cinderella's kind heart and enduring love transformed the palace into a place of warmth and compassion. She invited her stepmother and stepsisters to live with them, and over time, they too learned the value of kindness and love. Cinderella's story became a legend in the kingdom, a testament to the power of goodness, love, and the belief that dreams can come true. She and the prince lived happily ever after, reminding everyone that kindness and a pure heart are more precious than any treasure. And so, dear listeners, remember Cinderella's story and let it inspire you to always be kind and believe in the magic of your dreams. Thank you for listening to the story today. Next time, I'll share even more exciting stories. Would you consider subscribing to my YouTube channel?